Leslie Schultz, Do Life Right author of The Howling Vowels and Sometimes Why. I'm the co-author of that. And I'm here to tell you how I do blogging in a way that's right for me. The first thing you need to know about me is that I'm a little prone to procrastination. And I don't generally consider myself very tech savvy. So, for a long time, I was quite frightened about maintaining a website, much less the time commitment that would be required to do a regular blog. But all that's changed. The reluctant blogger is gone. After a bumpy start in 2011, months with no updates, I'm now creating regular Wednesday morning posts for my website, www.winonamedia.net, and I've never had so much fun. Instead of a frightening chore haunting my to-do list, I now see my blog as an art form all its own. I'm a poet, a photographer, a novelist, and a journalist, a homeschooling mom, a passionate reader, a cook of organic food, a quilter, and an arts advocate. I want to share what fascinates me in a way that's as interesting as I can possibly manage. I'm finding that a blog lets me share sudden insights, growing awarenesses, and long-time preoccupations, as well as my own photography, poetry, essays, and fiction. The blog also means that I have a channel for sharing the work I admire in others, from artists and writers to teachers, editors and publishers, environmentalists, entrepreneurs, community activists, and farmers. I'm surrounded by interesting and inventive minds and hearts, and my posts are a way to help share the accomplishments of the people I admire. Take a look. In this recent post on local produce, I got to highlight the trend of community-supported agriculture, Big Woods Farm CSA, the one I belong to, local growers, the garden of a fabulous restaurant, a poem that I wrote, and some photography. I've really enjoyed combining the seasonal relevancy, taste, and beauty of local harvests from many vantage points. See? There's a picture of my first batch of homemade ketchup. Another post is drawn from my life as a homeschooling parent. The subject? Learning Latin. In this case, because blogs are about personal voice, I wrote a post about my own adventures, and misadventures of learning Latin. Parenthetically, I'm still at it. My daughter, however, has far outstripped my facility with the language, and so I also created a new resource page on the website listing her favorite resources, books, tapes, and so on, along with her thoughts about them. We both hope that this will assist another family somewhere who is thinking about launching into Latin studies. Just one more example. I found a way to combine a post about our recent 25th wedding anniversary with a monumental photographic study I did a few years ago of the antique wedding dress I wore back in 1988. It was exhilarating to share this artistic work, so personally meaningful, with a larger audience than I could have reached otherwise. So, blogs. How did I turn the corner? For me, there was a sense of urgency because my second book, the one that I was publishing with my daughter, and Sometimes Why, was being published in just 3 months. I had the website up, and it really felt like now or never. After that, it was a 4-step process. Homework, help, planning, and giving it a whirl. Homework came from following a few blogs that I really liked. French Word a Day, Jane Friedman's blog on writing, and Jan Newman's blog on the Cajun culture of Louisiana. Her blog's called Beyond Acadia, Reading, Writing, and Living Well. I also purchased Dan Blank's book from growmedia.com. It's an ebook, actually, and it was worth every penny. It told me all about blogging. Help. I asked for and got several kinds of help. From my husband, Tim, a veteran project manager, I got help in setting goals, estimating costs, and considering our calendar constraints. From Tim also came moral support and startup financing. His faith in the project helped me not to procrastinate. And I had a writer friend, Myrna Mybus, an experienced blogger and web designer, who could provide moral and technical support to get me started. She was really fun to work with. Without all this help, well, I would have been dead in the water. Planning. Here's where it's really important to know your own needs. Some bloggers post when the spirit moves. Some have posts of uniform length daily. I knew that I needed a regular schedule and a flexible format. Some of my posts are long, some are short, and some are very, very long. Some have poems and some don't. All have photographs, all concern the connections that I see between art and life, and all are posted early Wednesday mornings. I've committed to my schedule of 1 full year from May 21st, 2013 to May 21st, 2014. And after that, I'll reevaluate. Further, using Dan Blank's materials, I have a full year of posts planned just in case I encounter writer's block. I don't think that's very likely, though. Giving it a whirl. Once the planning was done, everything really fell into place. I was able to post the first time 2 weeks earlier than I expected. I really no longer have fear of writer's block. As it happens, I keep thinking of new ideas, new things that I want to use as topics, and new things I want to learn. For instance, I want to learn how to make voice clips and have those available. I'm also interested in doing video clips. I keep thinking of new resources too that I want to share. As I understand the concept of the blog with new and appreciative eyes, I see that it is primarily a way of sharing in many forms from many sources. Sometimes it's a link, a photo, a thought, or more deeply, an interview. I have several interviews planned this year. And when readers share back with me through their emails or their comments, I see that it's possible to have a real form of community online. I'm excited to know that I can learn new things on a technical level, and I'm excited to have a new and really dynamic way to share how I see art weaving into life in all the corners of my life. So, the door is always open. I invite you to visit me, www.winonamedia.com.